The largest fire that broke out today here is still burning in a remote area east of Chula Vista tonight.
The Border 2 fire was first reported around 2:30 this afternoon before exploding in size. CBS 8's Jasmine Ramirez is near that fire with the latest. Jasmine?
Well, that's right. And tonight you can still see the top of that mountain glowing and just flames and smoke along the ridgeline. Now, at last check, this fire, it's now at 600 acres and 0% contained. And today we've really just been talking to residents who live nearby, watching this fire as well as CAL FIRE about what they've seen tonight. We saw large flames and plumes of dark smoke rising from the mountain.
I thought it was going to get bigger and it would get more heavier, and then like the firefighters would have to do more work.
9-year-old Angel was one of many nearby residents who gathered here at Otay Lake to watch the blaze. John brought his camera to capture the flames.
I've seen the helicopter pilots and the airplane pilots. They're doing the best they can. They're dropping as much water as they possibly can.
Tonight, more than 200 firefighters were called out to this fire along with air support. The fire is about a half-mile west of Doghouse Junction, an area filled with dry vegetation and steep rocky terrain.
This is in the Otay Mountain Wilderness, so it's limited access for us. There's one road in and out to the fire right now, so we're doing the best we can.
Crews will remain on scene through the night and continue fighting the blaze tomorrow once daylight returns. CAL FIRE says there was a threat to the communications towers on top of the mountain, but so far no structures have been damaged.
There's always that potential that the wind could keep pushing it towards the west. That is our concern, so we are trying to take steps to limit the progression towards structures.
Tonight we could see ash falling in Otay Mesa. Right now there's an active smoke advisory for southwestern San Diego County. If you smell smoke where you are, you're advised to limit outdoor activities and stay inside. Meantime, residents here expressed their gratitude for our fire crews.
You know, they're doing their best out there. Stay safe out there, guys.
Well, I wanted to say thank you to the firefighters for doing this, because I already know that everything is going to be okay.
Oh, you did so good. Good job. And again, this fire, it is in the wilderness. Right now, there are no threats to nearby homes or any structures. And of course, CAL FIRE is keeping a very close eye on it. Back to you all.
All right. Thanks, Jasmine.
All right, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis now. She is tracking the latest conditions for us. Carlene?
Yeah, we are still seeing some pretty gusty winds picking up in that particular area. So for Otay Mountain, we still have some gusts there into the 30s, sustained wind speeds into the 20s, and they're coming out of the east. So still with those Santa Ana winds in really dry conditions. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's still in effect when it does come to our fire weather concerns across the county. So as mentioned, we still have those gusty winds picking up in that region. They were dealing with a high wind warning earlier today that expired at 6 p.m., but they still have the red flag warning. So we're seeing that across the inland valleys as well as for the mountains, and that includes where that fire is burning right now on Otay Mountain. So we will continue to have this red flag warning in effect all the way until 10 a.m. for tomorrow morning. It has been dry out there. We had humidity values below 5% earlier today across the mountains and the inland valleys, and for tonight a little bit of recovery, only a little bit, 5 to 15%. So it is still very dry out there, even though winds have calmed down. We have a wind speed of 17 miles per hour. That's out of the northeast for Ramona, 11 miles per hour for Campo. When it comes to those gusts, we're still seeing some gusts in the 20s as well as the teens, not as high as what we had earlier today. Some spots were in the 70s, also 60s, and even 90 miles per hour. So currently we do have wind speeds picking up to 29 miles per hour for Ramona. Campo is at 25 miles per hour. Jamul is at 14 miles per hour, also in the teens for Mount Laguna as well as for Poway. We will continue to monitor fire weather conditions all the way through tomorrow, and then we're talking about the weekend where onshore flow picks up and a winter storm, well, it's going to make things a lot different around here. We'll get to all those details coming up in your complete forecast. Carlo.
Thank you, Carlene. And remember, for the latest weather conditions and alerts on the go, you can download the free CBS 8 app from Google Play or the App Store.
Tonight, evacuation orders have been lifted after a fire erupted in La Jolla around 2 o'clock this afternoon. About 2 acres burned near UC San Diego before firefighters contained it.
CBS 8's Esmeralda Perez takes us to Gilman Drive for the latest.
Well, residents are on high alert as several fires have broke out across our county in the past couple of days, and fire crews have been working tirelessly with their fast response, including their efforts here in La Jolla. A plume of smoke filled the sky near Gilman Drive in La Jolla after a brush fire ignited, prompting evacuations of nearby homes, orders that were later lifted.
I have to say, I was terrified. It was just kind of an orangey color, but I could see it moving this way, going over these structures right here. And I'm just about maybe 10 condos in.
Panic gripped Christine as the smoke billowed closer. Meanwhile, firefighters battled the blaze on the ground, wielding axes and hoses. Above the firefighters, a flurry of activity unfolded as aircraft briefly conducted water drops before being turned away.
We had to ground our aircraft again, just like we did the Rancho Bernardo fire yesterday, because a drone was in the air. It can hurt our pilots. It can take one of our aircraft down.
The large plume of smoke raised concerns for nearby residents.
It was big, I'll be honest with you. Big and scary. I don't know it came from what.
Imad Iskandar was working from home when he stepped outside and saw first responders nearby.
It was like big area, like more than 1 acre, with smoke and fire, and the police was actually a lot of police and a lot of motorcycle, a lot of fire. Like firefighters.
A swift response from first responders helped contain the fire.
I'm so proud of the San Diego Fire Department and the police department because they came right away. Yeah, they didn't lose any time.
Earlier in the day, fire crews quickly contained a brush fire in the Grantville neighborhood near Interstate 8 and Fairmont Avenue. Despite challenging conditions, the fire only burned a half acre before firefighters contained it.
We've come together to work hand in hand and respond quickly to these fires. This is a time where we're trained and we get to do what we love to do. We get to fight fire. Unfortunately, it's under unfortunate circumstances for other people.
The cause of both fires are under investigation tonight. Esmeralda Perez, CBS 8.
And right now, you look at that map, more than 20,000 SDG&E customers are sitting in the dark because of public safety power shutoffs. You can see the outages in the red areas of that map. The shutoffs are part of the utility's effort to prevent brush fires. About 63,000 other customers are still at risk of having their power cut as well, should the winds pick up even more.